Welcome back to Gaijin Hideout. I'm Jeff. I'm a streamer who loves Monster Hunter, and we have been playing Monster Hunter Wilds all week this week. And so now it's time to make a tier list ranking all of the Monster Hunter large monster hunts from best to worst. We are going to do it in tier maker, so I'm going to go ahead and bring that up. It's going to be a classic, S, A, B, C, D. S is going to be my favorite. Like these hunts were amazing. D is going to be like, it's whatever. B is going to be, D is actually going to be like, I didn't like it. And B is going to be like, it's okay. Okay, so this is S is amazing. B is it's okay. D is this sucks, or I didn't really like it. Before we get into it, check me out over at twitch.tv/Gaijin Hideout, and you can check out my streams. Would definitely appreciate you showing up for that in chat. That's my main thing. I play games. So I play games like Monster Hunter, but we've been zeroed in on Wilds for a while. We're going to keep doing that. But yeah, let's get into it. So I'm going to start with probably S rank and D rank to keep this kind of simple, straightforward. And then I'm going to filter it down a little bit from there. So off the top of my head, we're going to do Guardian Arkveld, Zoshia, regular Arkveld, I think in this order here, because these were all amazing in low. Well, Guardian Arkveld and Zoshia were low rank. They were amazing. Like the fight, the impact of the fight and everything was just incredible. Arkveld in general, I think, is just the better fight technically, but Zoshia blew me away. Or mechanically, I think, especially like tempered. I'm really getting into. Zoshia really blew me away. What else did I like? Hideout. Hideout I had played so much of in the beta that I was kind of like, just kind of mildly appreciative by the time the game started, but I really did like Hideout. And let's see what else we have. By the way, stick around to the end and we're going to see what my chat ranked and compare me to chat and see how right I was. Let me see what else was like off the top of my head. Like, oh, that's amazing. Okay. I'm going to say Ajaricon. Ajaricon was awesome. Ajaricon, I loved, as a dual blades user, I loved Ajaricon. Ajaricon was like insane. That fight was just a slugfest. You have close quarters combat, just an overall joy. Anything else that's feeling S rank? I think Guardian Rathalos and Rathalos, I'm not sure about these, but Rathalos was awesome. Guardian Rathalos was a pleasant surprise, also awesome. And yeah, I think that's it for like full on. Oh, Jay Wu. Jay Wu was also awesome. Okay, things that are like, I'm kind of like, meh about, that I don't think are that good. I would say Chatacabra. Here's my controversial one. Uthuna. I don't like that Apex fight. I just never liked it. It's just big, bulky. In my case, it doesn't perform very well. Like there's just a lot going on. There's a lot of slowdown. And it relies on a lot of set pieces. I just didn't like that much. That one might be a controversial one. And maybe, but I think Balahara I like less than Chatacabra. And these, I'm kind of trying to think in terms of like stuff I really wouldn't want to hunt again. I think maybe. Well, I think that's about it for that. Maybe I was gonna say maybe Gravios, but Gravios might not be D tier for me. I don't think anymore. To be honest, I've got an appreciation for it. Stuff that's like okay, that's like pretty good, or stuff that's like okay, I guess. I would say a lot of it's like, well, I would say, honestly, I thought Chemitress is okay. It's pretty A-okay. Even though it's really easy now, that's pretty okay. Oh, you know what, Doshagama? I don't really ever want to hunt a Doshaguma again. I kind of like it in the moment, though. But every time I think about it, I just don't like it. Any other A-OK ones? I think this one's okay. Hirabami's okay. And... I actually think Gypsaros is okay. I think it's okay. I think I would fight a Gypsaros before I fight a Hirabami. And that might just be my experience as a dual blades user because I can farm it for dash juice. Then I have to fight it. But I honestly, and also maybe the way that the combat works, but I honestly, like, I didn't hate it as much as I started out hating it. So I'm going to say that's all that I got for B. Okay, so now let's like fill in everything in between, and then we'll kind of like play around from there. Doshaguma, I probably want to put at C. I'd probably fight Doshaguma again. Jindahad, just because of spectacle. Okay, so Jindahad is basically like a Safi Jiva fight. But like really beefed up, really like more dynamic, more entertaining. It moves from place to place. It's like more organically done, I guess. And you can do it. You can solo it or you can do it multiplayer. It's very stunning fight. I personally didn't like the Safi Jiva, the mechanics of the Safi Jiva siege boss in Monster Hunter Iceborne, but it was cool. And it was fun to do with multiplayer people. So I would have put it at B if this was just straight up Safi Jiva. But it's not. It's like more refined. It's like visually like really appealing. So I'm going to put this in A. Guardian, and it's got like, you know, it's got like one-hit KO moves or pseudo one-hit KO moves. There's a lot going on with it. It's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. Guardian Ebony Odog, I think, is a pretty solid A. I don't know if it's ahead or behind this one, Jindahad. But I would say maybe ahead. My first impression of it was really strong in the story, and then I went back and fought it, and you know, it's definitely solid. It's a solid fight. I think it's lacking some uniqueness or like special moment to like really like seal it in. I don't remember fighting beyond my first fight was pretty cool. A couple I want to talk about. So New Udra was going to be a C for me. If I had only, this is why I like held off on like making any more review videos until I streamed a little bit more of the game, including endgame. And I'm going to keep doing endgame. But because a lot of monsters that were like kind of meh in low rank, they got way better in high rank. And I'll be honest, I didn't really hunt Doshaguma in high rank at all. And they got way better and some of them even got way better in tempered. And so there's a couple that stand out like that. One of them is New Udra. New Udra went from like a C for me in low rank to like a B in high rank to like an A, like a solid A as a tempered. It's a really crazy fight. It's much faster. You can tell it was made for they made it for endgame, and they slowed it down for low rank, I think, in my opinion. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments. Another one that's like that was Lala Barina. Lala Barina would have been a C or a B, but you know, I haven't fought it a ton, but I think it's like a low A actually, believe it or not, because of the tempered version. The tempered version's very fast and psychotic, and it looks really pretty. It's not particularly hard, but it's just kind of a cool fight. The cool factor really carries it there. So I'm going to fight it a few more times, but I fought it a bit with other people, and I think that's like really solid. It's a really solid fight. I think there's going to be a lot of room in the A tier, to be honest, but I think Congalala is... I don't want to put it as a C. I had it as a C, but it's growing on me the more I hunt it. A lot of these grow on you the more you hunt them, so I could see Uthuna growing on me. I haven't fought tempered Uthuna, so listen, if you want to flame me for that, like, that's fine, but I just had such a dumb experience with that monster, like, both times in low rank and high rank. But I'm going to put... I would... I'd hunt it. I'd hunt it here. Maybe before Hirabami, because Hirabami's like airborne and that's kind of annoying. But this one's just like such a pushover, and you know, I think it's okay. Rompompolo was solid, but it just, you know, there's just nothing really to it, so there's not a huge reason to fight it. You know, it's pretty straightforward, but it's very clever. I would almost put Rompompolo in A. I think it's above these. I think, yeah. Like low A. Guardian Doshagama, I'm seeing, this is where I came up short. I didn't fight this one a lot. It was okay. I think it was more than okay. I think it was like a good low A. It made a much better impression on me than in low rank than Doshagama did. It packed a punch, and it served to like introduce the Guardian concept. So it's kind of got a special memory for me there. Nursilla, I think is going to be A as well. It's going to be a bit higher, I think. Nursilla I actually like quite a bit. I think I'm going to make Nursilla like it's pretty. Nursilla is kind of a cool fight. I think I like it slightly more than Lalabarina, just because it's more challenging. But Lalabarina is prettier. Jeff, why are your ads in Spanish? No, you know, I'm an international man of mystery. Gaijin means foreigner, you know. Foreigner to who? Foreigner to what country? Who knows where I am right now? You know, there's Gaijin hideouts all over the world, and I'm streaming from any one of them at any given moment. Ian Kutku, I'm actually going to put at like a C. I think I prefer hunting it above these guys. I didn't talk about Balahara at all, but Balahara, I just feel like they dropped the ball with. It's a cool design, but it's just like the way it fights is just really stupid. It feels like. And it's not as fast of a fight as it feels like it should have been. Like, it doesn't move as quickly as it should. Maybe if I fight it tempered, it would change, but I've just been really turned off by it, so. How dare you put Kutku in C, you monster. I'll tell you why it's in C. That stupid tail spin attack that's like slow for no reason. And just like, it's just stupid and derpy. And then it like, you know, and then it just like spams headbutt at you, and I don't know. It's just like, yeah, no, sorry. Sorry, I guess I wasn't a good student for the teacher monster. Okay, here's where it's going to get a little tricky. Rathian's not S tier. It's not B tier. I don't have a huge motivation to fight Rathians. I probably have more than these guys. I actually really started enjoying Rathian once I started flashing it when it does its stupid tail whip thing. And they beefed it so much. Rathian and Rathalos, they beefed up so much in terms of like their design. They look tougher and like bigger and denser, but they're also more difficult because they were both reintroduced in Endgame. It was only the Guardian Rathalos that was in the low rank, so I'm gonna put Rathian. It's pretty fun. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna break up the spiders a little bit. This one. What is this? Guardian Fulgur Anjanath? I haven't fought it a ton. It was kind of kicking my ass, actually, at the start of high rank. I should really go back and, like, try again. But I was just generally kind of overwhelmed by how they, like, its attacks. It was just, like, it was just shell shock, like, just how crazy its electric attacks were in the dark. And then it had this, like, really weirdly programmed rush attack that would just, like, dash for you really quick and stuff like that. You know, I think it's a strong. If I put it in A, I think I got to knock some of these down to B. I think I'm going to move this down to B and this down to B. Blaganga is actually kind of a surprising A fight. It got better the more difficult the fights got. I kind of like fighting Blaganga, actually. This is going to surprise some people, probably. I'm going to put it up here. Gore was going to be like a B for me, but I think it's an A now. Probably pushing up here. Blaganga okay, I'll get to Gore in a second, but Blaganga started out as a what do you call it? Like a you know, it was really kind of slow and dumb. I thought it was like a filler character. I was going to put it down here. But it is actually the tempered version's like really fun. It kind of feels like a slower Rajang. And yeah, I kind of like that. And then you know, it was kind of quick and yeah, it was fun. He's a fun one. Gore was like, it was going to be, I thought it was going to be really good. And then like my vision was like constantly obscured by his wings as I was like trying to pull up on him and fight him. But then I grinded Gore for his gear and it forced me to go around to the front and face him head on with his feelers and, or to get his feelers, and his feelers come out of the front of his head only sometimes when he's really enraged, and you have to like lay into damage while they're out, and he'll retract them, you know, after he's not really enraged or hyped up or whatever he's doing. And you have to like deal damage and break them in order to get them. And that forced me to like, basically that was like fighting a fucking, like a F-150 that was being piloted by a suicide bomber. That's what it felt like. Like he was just wailing on me. And that actually made the fight way more entertaining. It was like more focused. So I think that was kind of my bad. Like I was just kind of being a coward in the beginning and fighting from the sides, and he has very droopy wings that like obscure your camera. But I would say even then I still kind of had some issues with it. I don't know if I want to put it in S tier just because it, like, there is just something with his wings overall that like messes with your camera, and I just think they could have done that a little better somehow. But the design's pretty cool. The drip is awesome. I wear the armor. But I don't think it's quite S tier. And then Gravius, I'm just not sure if I should put in C or D. I think Gravius I'm gonna put in C because I'd maybe rather fight a Gravius over any of these. I'll put it at the front of C. But Gravius is the only other one that I thought had monster attacks that felt like programmed and not like natural or organic. The other one was the Fulguranginath with his ram attack. But this, he had like this like homing fire attack that just felt like they'd code, like I could see the code running to like, accuracy offset, like diminish it by X amount or whatever, so that it's just always like almost hitting you. And it just kind of felt, that one was weird. He's just really bulky, and I don't know how I feel about like these bulky, hard to hit Pokemon monsters. I'm tired. I've been streaming for like 8 hours. It got a little better once I realized I could rip his stomach open. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought his Godzilla breath is kind of cool too. I thought, or like his energy beam breath, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I think he's like a C. So if I'm doing a review here, some of these may go up and down. Like maybe you could say like maybe these two would go into S tier. Maybe these two should be dropped or something if I'm second guessing myself. But I really kind of want to just stick with my gut on this because this is kind of like my best first impression of everything. Or I'll say like my best initial impression of something. So whatever like the best impression that I had initially of something was, wherever that was, maybe not the first, that's where I put it. So Jay-Wu, for example, like I fought a few Tempereds. I don't know if it's like actually that fun to fight, but I was just so blown away by its design and everything. at the first time in low rank, and it was definitely sufficiently difficult at the time that I put it in S just for that. I don't know if I would still feel that way. I don't know if I don't really hunt it that much, but to be fair, it's just because I think it's because its armor doesn't really apply to me. Although I need to get its armor, and maybe New Udra, the more I fight it, the more I come to love it. But just initially, it's like, you know what, I'll give it an A because my best impression was that. So I think based on all of these, the best impression everybody gave me overall was this, I think. Yeah. So in S tier, we have, in order, it's Guardian Arkveld, then Arkveld, then Zoshia, then Raydao, then Ajarikon, then regular Rathalos, then Guardian Rathalos, then Jewu. Then we have New Udra, then Gore Magala, Guardian Ebony Odog, or Odogaron, Blanganga, Jindahad, Nursilla, Rathian, Lala Barina, Guardian, Fulgur Anjanath. And then we have Rampompolo, Guardian, Doshaguma, Gipseros, Hirabami, Kongolala, Chemitris. And then we have, for B tier, and then for C tier, we have Gravios, Yankutku, and Doshaguma. And then for D tier, we have Chadakabra, Balahara, and Utuna at the very bottom. I think maybe the one adjustment I might make is no, I'm just gonna keep it like that because I just don't like Utuna. So speaking in tongues right now, this incantation is so complication. All right, so that's mine. Now we're gonna look and compare to you guys, chat. See what you said. So I had everybody vote across 24 hours. So we're gonna compare it in two different ways. So we had 14 people participate. My 14 top soldiers. So we're gonna go by. So right now this is most votes. So this is the one where they voted the most. So if someone voted for so it's 14 participants, right? So if 8 people voted Arkveld to be S and 6 people voted him to be B, then 8 is more than 6, so Arkveld would be put in S. I'm going to switch it in a second. I'll give you a quick preview of the average rating, and that it would be that, say, if 8 people voted for Arkveld in S and 6 people voted for Arkveld in B, it would average out, and he'd probably end up somewhere in A. They'd factor it in and use math to average it out. So this is what we're looking at. Okay, so we've got regular Arkveld is number 1 compared to my number 2. Gore Magala is in S tier at number 2. I've got him in A for the reasons I said. Oh, here we go. The Safi Jiva, the Ice Safi Jiva, Jindahad is in S tier number 4. Guardian Arkveld number 3. Raydao number 4, number 5. Zoshia number 6. Jewu number 7. Guardian Rathalos number 8. All right, it's pretty solid. I think mine's pretty personalized and it kind of matches up. Ajarikon they put in A, high A. I put in S, mid S. Rathalos they put in high A. I put in mid S. For me personally, by the way, this was the first time I was fighting a really cracked Rathalos. Because I'm a Monster Hunter noob, sort of, or I'm a recovering noob. I'm not really noob anymore, but I put 400 hours into Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. That was my first Monster Hunter game, so that was my impression of Monster Hunter, was the Rathalos in the Ancient Forest, which is not that strong. And then I saw him in Rise in the base game as well, also not really that strong. But then here in this game, he was really cracked. It seemed in comparison, so that was cool. Guardian Ebony Odog is in A. Uthuna is in A. I just don't like that one. We'll just have to agree to disagree. Lala Barina is in A. Neudra's in A. Gravios is in A. Really, I'm curious to see how the average manipulates these, because I bet audiences are torn. Guardian Doshaguma's an A. Nersil's an A. Iankaku's an A. Okay. All right. Well, we'll see about that. B, we have Balahara, Doshaguma, Chemitrist, Kongalala. Who is this? Guardian Fulgur Anjanath. Rathian, and Chatacabra. I would have thought you guys would have rated Guardian Anjanath a little bit higher, but I had him in low A. That's probably fair. Balahara, you guys were a bit nicer to him, or we'll see. C is Blaganga. I understand in terms of design and personality, but the fight, I like the fight. Gipseros, Hirabami, and Rampopolo. And D, you guys are nice. You didn't put anything. Now let's see the average. Interesting. Very nice. Now let's see the average. Ooh, this is all that remains. Wow, so you people are very, you guys are very stalwart in your defense of Jindahad. That's very interesting. That's very interesting indeed. So we have what stayed up here? So we have Arkveld, Gore, Guardian, Arkveld, Jindahad, Hideout, Zoshia. What really changed here? This turned your A tier more into a lot more like mine, kind of, I think. Oh, Jewu moved down. Ajarkhan moved a little down. Nudra moved up. Guardian Rathalos moved down. Rathalos was there. Ebony Oda, Uthuna, Gravios. Okay. So, and then basically everything that was in D except for Hirabami moved up into B. All right, there you go. Gipsaurus is an easy C. Gravius is still an A. Let's go. Yeah, I guess. Well, hey, agree to disagree on some of that stuff, but yeah. Cyber is a living hot take. Living hot take would make a banger shirt design. Let's do it. Hey, Dylan, let's collab on a shirt design. Oh, that'd be dope. Giv having so many gimmicks and still getting kind of forgotten is pretty unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, I've personally liked it. I put it in. Where did I put it? I put it in B. Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty cool. So yeah, this is basically the sum total of what I and my chat think about the monsters in Monster Hunter Wilds. I'll link the tier list in the description down below if you guys want to try it out for yourself. Anybody else seeing this video, you can just go off and make your own and stuff like that. If you do, you can join the Discord server. It's also linked in the description, and you can link it and you can post it there. And everybody's always talking about that stuff in the Monster Hunter channel or wherever. But let me know otherwise what your thoughts are on our rankings or your personal rankings. Tell me what your favorite monsters are in the comments down below. Like the video, share it with some friends, subscribe. It's free. Follow me on twitch.tv/Gaijin Hideout. That's my main thing. I'm a streamer, and I would love to see you in chat the next time I go live. We're wrapping up a week of consecutive streaming for Monster Hunter Wilds. I had a blast with it, and we're gonna start doing weekly group hunt streams along with others for Monster Hunter, especially covering the event quest, things like that. So you're gonna want to follow and check the schedule and join the Discord so you can get notified for any last minute streams as well. Like say a surprise event is announced and we decided to grind it, go live that night or something. So, but yeah, thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.